Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who review. So this review is, of course, on Doctor Who Scream of the Shalka starring and Richard Grant as the alternative version of the Ninth Doctor. God, I love this six-part story, which was actually broadcast on BBC I before it went on to BBC iPlayer. On BBC I from the 13th of November to the 18th of December 2003. And of course, we have Jarrett Jacobi playing an alternative version of the Master, because the Doctor's basically managed to find the Master's essence in the Eye of Harmony and kind of put it inside a robot to, so that way the Master is actually the Doctor's companion. That's all I'm going to say about that. So Doctor Who's Scream of the Shalka, what do I physically enjoy about it? So I'm going to talk about bits and dabs of it, like I do from the other reviews. And the one thing I do actually want to talk about, which I've written down, it is the title sequence. The title sequence is phenomenal. Honestly, just pure phenomenal. I do like the title sequence because it's like a modern take of the Jon Pertwee titles. Even it has essence a little bits before what's to come for the Matt Smith era with the bits of lightning and stuff. Yeah, so it's a bit like Jon Pertwee's titles because it does have the multicoloured that Pertwee had in seasons 7 to 10, which is my all-time favourite Pertwee title sequence. I love that title sequence, I really do. That title sequence is just pure phenomenal and I love it. And I love the way how you got the TARDIS spinning like they kind of did in 1996 and in the 2005 up to 2017 with the Matt Smith, with Chris Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi's TARDIS, where you got it all spinning through the time vortex. I do like the way how you zoom into the light of the TARDIS, and then of course Richard E. Grant's face in full animation comes up, and the way they've actually done it, it looks a bit like William Hartnell's Doctor as well for Richard E. Grant, and I'm like, this is a pure Doctor Who. I really do want, and I'm going to say this with absolutely honesty here, I really do want Richard E. Grant to come back and play the Doctor full time in in the TV show, not for this little bit of Doctor Who media, which I do class a bit as the Doctor Who Unbound series that Big Finish is doing. I really do want Richard E. Grant just to come back and play the Doctor for physically. I would like to see, Ncuti Gatwa playing the 15th Doctor, regenerating into, Richard E. Grant, the 16th incarnation of the Doctor. I really do want Richard E. Grant back to play the Doctor because I really think he's brilliant as the Doctor in this. And in this, he's absolutely amazing. So I do like the way how they got the animation really, really well back for 2003. I like the way how the shalka are like these kind of lava rock creatures, a bit like the Polyvillians in series 4, but they're kind of like worm type creatures, and when you hear their screams and the way the scream just makes the people of Lancaster literally just kind of froze in fear. And when somebody does what they do not like, that's it, they cover them up in lava and stuff and make them into big massive statues, and they're like that. I really do like this story. The Queen of the Shalka is honestly amazing and stuff. So after the whole bit with the Shalka, and basically all the streets are basically 30, the TARDIS arrives and the Doctor comes out and he thinks the Time Lords have basically messed around with the TARDIS again, and he goes, "I do not want to be here, whatever it is. No." And the way he literally locks the TARDIS up like a car as well by opening up the actual police, the pull to open sign, and putting this alarm code in. And the TARDIS kind of goes beep beep like that, and then he walks away. I do kind of like that. It's a bit like Tennant's Doctor because he uses the TARDIS key a bit like a fob watch to lock it like a car, but he does it with so much more humour. Where this does it kind of right. I think it does it a lot more better than Tennant does. Tennant just comes up going, "Oh, I locked it like a car, yeah, I just kind of locked it like a car." The 10th Doctor does, and it's like, no. And then when you watched it in this form, it's like, yeah, I actually kind of do like that bit. I do like Richard Grant's performance. As I said, I do want him to come back and play the Doctor at some point. Hopefully he comes back and plays the Doctor. I think he was good as the Great Intelligence, but I really think like to have him come back and play an incarnation of the Doctor in the future. And he plays it like the way he does in this. It's absolutely spot on. I really do enjoy it. The Queen of the Shalka, she's like the only one out of all the Shalkas that can actually speak proper English. I don't know if that's something to do with the TARDIS transmit, you know, the telepath circuits to make everything sound like everything else. But I really do enjoy this story. It's pure brilliancy. Alison, I think she is great as a companion. I kind of wanted more from her. But then, you know, Doctor Who came back 2 years after this story was literally made. I have to admit, I do absolutely love this story. It's brilliant. Janet Jacobi as the Master, I think, yeah, I did enjoy him. But the fact that he came back and played the Master for Utopia, and he's not this version of the Master who seems to go with the Shalka, he's absolutely, you know, he's a human playing Professor Rana, opens the fob watch, gets the Master's essence in him. Yeah, I really do like that. I like how they managed to get Janet Jacobi back to play the Master. I wish they got Richard D. Grant at some point, or would they get him in the future? Really phenomenal stuff. And the fact is that this Doctor has to work with units. So really we see the return of unit in this story for 2003 until their basic return in 2008 when you kind of... 2005, the Christmas Invasion. So yeah, Scream of the Shalka. It's an absolutely brilliant 6-part story. I love the way how the Shalkas make this kind of portal into the time vortex, and they literally just throw the Doctor into it. And of course, the Doctor's like hyperactive in this one, because at one point he's hanging on to like one of these little creatures that they've created, the Shalka, and he goes, "Take me home, big boy," yeah, like that. And it's just like, yeah, that's actually a proper Doctor-ish thing for the Doctor to do. I really do want Richard D. Grant to play the Doctor. I've physically just really enjoyed this story, and I've got so much love for it. I mean, it's just the one I physically enjoy, and this is a good kind of story to watch round about now for the 60th anniversary, and I do highly recommend it. If I was going to rate this story, it's definitely, I'm going to say it's a 10.10. It's 10 out of 10, because I do really enjoy this story. We have a great massive title sequence, like the Pertwee titles, with a bit of a modern tweak. We have the 1996 Return of the Doctor Who logo in the titles. We got Richard D. Grant, the return of the face since 1987. Technically not, you know, it depends how you look at it, because this story is not classed as canon, and I understand why it's not classed as canon, but I still enjoy it for what it is, you know. If I could, I would actually like to fit this in to the Big Finish slot for the Unbound Doctors. So yeah, if you've actually seen the story, Doctor Who's Scream of the Shalka, let me know what you think of it. Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? Please do join me for more Doctor Who, stuff. You know, I do reviews. I'm doing a weekly series. I talk about cosplaying and stuff. And if you really want to enjoy that, please do like, subscribe, and share, and join me on this channel. Thank you for watching, and have a cracking day, you amazing viewers and subscribers. And please just let me know what you think of Doctor Who Scream of the Shalka. Have a cracking day, you amazing lot.